Hi everyone, it's Brittany from True Furniture. I wanted to share with you today the 4 things that I look for when buying used furniture. I typically buy furniture to resell it. If you've watched this channel, you know that I paint a lot of pieces. You may have different items that are important to you because you're looking to do different things with your furniture instead of just painting and reselling. So I'd love to hear from you and what things you look for when buying a used piece. Leave me a comment below. However, this video is the 4 things I look for when purchasing a piece of furniture. All right, let's get started. When I'm looking for used furniture, I'm most excited when I spot a piece made out of solid wood. That's the easiest material to work on for both repairing and prepping to be painted. I'll buy a veneer piece as long as the veneer is in great condition and it's over plywood, not over MDF or particle board. I try to stay away from any material that isn't real wood. It's just too unpredictable and hard to work on, and it usually doesn't last for a long time. I tend to avoid honey oak from the 1980s. It's not really my style because it doesn't have much character to it as far as lines and curves go, and the finish is normally super shiny and hard to remove for painting and restaining, which I usually want to do to those pieces. If I'm planning on painting it, which I usually am, the grain needs to be filled first if you don't want to see it through the paint, which just adds an extra step, and that's another reason I try to avoid this type of furniture. I do stay away from most upholstered materials because, well, first of all, I don't know how to do upholstery, and usually upholstery is really gross. The only thing I do with upholstery is maybe a dining chair that just needs a piece of fabric wrapped around the seat cushion or something simple and quick like that. I'm also not opposed to buying other materials of furniture if it makes sense for the piece, like metal, plastic, and glass. But for the most part, I just buy wood furniture. Because I'm in the business of buying and selling furniture, I need to be focused on the cost of an item and how much I can sell it for. Also, is the amount of money made going to be worth the time and cost of materials it took to make the item sellable? I have a general price range that I am willing to pay for different furniture categories. And I'm also not in the business of unfair prices, so I won't talk someone down on a piece beyond what they want to sell it for. And also, I'm not going to overcharge my customers for a piece of used furniture. With that being said, here are the price ranges I am looking for. $0 to $75 for nightstands and end tables. I can usually resell them for $50 to $150 each, and they don't take much time to refinish. For dressers, buffets, credenzas, and hutches, I pay around $0 to $300. I can sell these larger items for $200 to $700. Dining tables and chairs, I usually buy between $0 and $200. They take up the most time to refinish, so the cheaper I can get them for, the better. I avoid buying these most of the time because they take up so much time to refinish, and I can only get around $300 to $500 resale for them. Another thing I look for is the structure of the item. Is it structurally sound? Seems simple, but this is where I usually end up with the biggest disappointment. I can't tell you how many times I've looked over an item while buying a piece of furniture just to miss something that structurally compromises the entire piece later on when I'm deep into the project. It's because on most furniture there are so many pieces that it's easy to miss something that is either too time consuming to fix or just above my skill level. Over the years, I've gotten smarter to spend more time inspecting the item before purchasing it. But that still can be hard because at what point is inspecting an item too long? I pull out the dresser drawers and check for dovetail joinery if it's just on the front or also all the way around the drawer. I check on drawer bottoms to see if they are secure. I'll look at the bottom of drawers to see if what the sliding mechanism is. Usually I run into wood on wood, which wears down over time, so I'm looking for the amount of wear and how much time it has last on it. Tables, desks, anything with legs, I check the connection between leg and tabletop. I look critically at round parts My husband and I are pretty handy, but we don't have a lathe, so we're not able to fabricate anything round, and the time spent doing so, I imagine, would take the entire piece not profitable. My last category, and probably the most important category, am I inspired by the piece of furniture? If I'm not inspired by the piece, I probably won't end up doing anything with it, and it will just sit in a garage somewhere. I have to spend a lot of time on a piece of furniture, through the repairing process, to the painting and top coating, so it needs to be a piece of furniture that makes me happy and that I want to be around. That is probably why you see me tend to stay in my lane and deal with similar items. They're the type of items that I like, so that's what I gravitate to when buying, and I'm okay with that because it helps me be productive. Inspiration takes precedence over the rest of the categories. Even if an item needs a lot of work structurally, like this one, or costs too much, I might still purchase it if I'm highly inspired to work on it. Worst case scenario is come out with a break even and just made no money on my labor, but I had fun doing so. So there you have it, folks, the 4 things I'm thinking about when buying a piece of used furniture. I'd love to hear the things that you guys look for when buying used furniture. Leave me a comment below. If you made it to this part of the video, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.